Michael changed the game because everyone tried to do the things that he did. He would drive down, dunk on people with their tongue wagging and all that stuff. What he became, the evolution, I mean, it was like, wow. When you have a guy with the kind of notoriety, the kind of popularity that Michael has, it's good for the whole entire league. You know, y'all keep calling it the double nickel game. He dropped 55, and you know, he made a move to get to the free throw line, and I thought he was going up for the shot, and I go to try to block the shot. He dishes it off to Bill Winnington. He dunks it. That game was the coming out party for him. You know, he showed the league, the world, that he was still great, and he went on to win 3 more championships. According to him, he retired for 2 years to give the rest of us an opportunity to try to win a title. And according to him, I didn't take advantage of it, so he had to come back to show the world that he's the man.
New York City is our setting for today's contest. And there's been no shortage of buzz in the streets leading up to this game. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. David Aldridge will join us from the sideline moments from now. Since Michael Jordan's return, the Bulls have a 2-2 record. And Mike, now they take on the challenge of facing the New York Knicks here in New York City.
Kev, lots of people wondering if MJ is back to 100%. You look at his stat line as of late, he's just below his career averages.
After only 4 games, Clark, it's probably fair to say Jordan is still getting up to speed.
And getting back into shape too, Kevin.
Yes.
You can't get your legs back overnight, particularly when the games are coming as fast as they are. You don't get a lot of practice or conditioning time. But as he gets into the swing of things, there's no question his numbers will come back too.
Boy, but this game could ignite him. Going over the starting lineup for the Bulls, it's B.J. Armstrong at the point. Then the dynamic duo of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Then it's Tony Kukoc at the 4. Down low, they've got Will Perdue. For the Knicks, they'll start off with Derek Harper and John Starks in the backcourt, with Anthony Bonner and Charles Oakley at the 3 and 4. And at center, Patrick Ewing.
It's going to be interesting to see how Jordan takes on this Knicks team. Will he try to outsmart New York, or is he ready to go toe-to-toe?
Pass to Jordan, and they double up Jordan. Shoots over Starks, drops it in from 14 feet away.
Hard to defend MJ any better than that. He's just such a cold-blooded shooter with the jump shot.
Passes it to Bonner. Kicks to Starks. Here's Ewing. Will Perdue grabs the miss. You know, Clark, big challenges historically have a way of bringing out the best in Michael Jordan.
And Kevin, I think that's exactly why this is a game people have circled on the schedule for a while. This atmosphere, taking on a rival on their home court, you know that gets the competitive juices of Michael Jordan stoked up.
Yep, that's what drives him. You're right. A shot by Starks, no good.
Sometimes you do things right on offense, and the shots just don't fall.
Something we expect to see Chicago doing in this one, Clark, is trying to stop Starks from sinking three-pointers.
Yeah, because if he gets going from behind the arc and finds a rhythm, that could mean real trouble for the Bulls. So I think they'll try to run him off the line and keep him from knocking down threes all game long.
That'll be a chase to watch. And Jordan renewing old acquaintances. And for more on that, let's bring in David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. When Jordan left the NBA, few guys could guard him as well one-on-one as John Starks. Part of Starks' success was that he was able to hand-check Jordan effectively. But now with the rules changes to hand-checking, Starks will have to find a different approach. We'll see if he can adapt and come up with similar results. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, one of the interesting stories, David, thank you. And we know Jordan, Mike, has only been back a handful of games. One of those interesting stories, will Starks be just as effective tonight as he was when Jordan was playing years ago?
Well, there are lots of factors beyond just the rule change. Starks is just as out of practice guarding Jordan as Jordan is being guarded. I don't think they guarded you on the baseball field. So it's hard to say.
It's going to be fascinating to watch. Big expectations for Michael Jordan tonight, Coach, especially on the offensive end of things.
Yeah, people are hoping his explosiveness returns. They want to see the guy who can drop 40-plus points in a night like it's nothing.
Here's Harper. Here is Bonner. Shoots in deep.
Strong defense from Purdue. When he works hard on D, it makes a difference.
Here's Jordan. Here's Kukoc. Fades back, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Just 2 days ago, Jordan hit a buzzer beater to steal a win off the Atlanta Hawks. Not bad for only your 4th game back in the NBA.
You know, he also, Mike, was the leading scorer in that game as well, racking up 32 points. Chicago fans were very glad to see him show up like that in the clutch. They could not have asked for a better start.
This is looking like a no contest already.
Knicks trail by 12. Starks outside. Pass to Ewing. It's blocked.
Imposing his will on defense. Purdue's teammates love when he makes hustle plays like that.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Tell you what, early in the game, these kinds of plays can really set the tone.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Ewing. Bonner kicks to Ewing. Shot clock at 5. And Jordan gets a hand on that one, knocking it away. You talk about a hostile crowd, Coach. These Knicks fans are going to be very vocal, it seems, all game long.
It's part of what makes Knicks home games so intimidating. Just being in this building can give teams nerve. And it could be a factor for the Bulls in this one if they let the crowd get under their skin.
Yep. For the Knicks, Smith checked in for Oakley. Davis comes in for Bonner. And Anthony subbed in for Harper. Here's Ewing. It's blocked. Stolen by Ewing. And Patrick Ewing with the slam.
Nice high percentage shot for New York. We might see them relying on those easier looks going forward. As a bigger and older squad, that's what they should be about.
A couple big names from New York have missed time this season with injuries, including Oakley. So, yeah, they try to not overwork themselves and go after simpler shots.
Coach, they're ice cold on the offensive end.
Well, something has to change.
And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That'll be his second foul of the game.
13 foul.
There's a minute 34 left here in the opening quarter. And the shot goes in.
Things had been going a little bumpy for the Knicks this season, but ever since New Year's Day, they've been playing great basketball and look pretty intimidating out there.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Mike. Their record since the new year, a very impressive 31-11. I think that sends a clear message to other teams around the league that we're here and they have real playoff aspirations and potential.
Here's Smith. It's deflected.
Nice job that time by Kukoc using the wingspan to get a hand on it.
Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan slamming it down.
And you see Jordan wearing number 45 out there. The same number he was wearing on the baseball diamond. Not his usual 23.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, if he wanted to be 23 again, he'd have to pull it down from the rafters back home. He retired, so they retired his jersey. But it's still a little weird to see him wearing 45. I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Knicks trail by 14. Starks outside. Anthony in the corner. Outside, Davis. Looking for Ewing. He gets it there. Got a piece of it. Jordan against Anthony. Armstrong. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan.
That's from
Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one.
Their scoring has been a problem. Been tough to handle.
And it's enabled them to establish a substantial lead in the early going.
That shooting slump for Starks is still hanging around. It's got to be frustrating. And the Bulls decide to take their first time out here.
Herb Williams.
Here's Armstrong. And that one released in time, but no good.
Much respect to how Anthony gets after it on defense. Greg is really an absolute pest, a disruptor, a gnat.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, everyone, to New York City, where the Chicago Bulls are taking on the New York Knicks. And our second quarter is getting going here. And so it's Williams who brings it up for New York. They trail by 16.
The atmosphere in this building right now is fantastic as we go into the second quarter. This New York crowd is making noise and letting their Knicks know they've got their back.
Now, here is Starks. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Smith wide open. He fires. Gets an open look and hits.
Nicely done by John Starks there. Got the ball right to the shooter on time and on target.
The energy of these New York home games, Clark, it is one of a kind.
Well, it's a special place. The fans really know the game and love it. And this is what basketball is all about to me. Two great teams going at it while the fans are being heard loud and clear.
Yep, they know the game so well. You're so right. So for Chicago right now, we've got Purdue. Tony Kukoc is out there with Pippen. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Armstrong in at point guard. Knicks trail by 17. Clark in the first quarter. Starks didn't seem to give Michael Jordan too much trouble.
No, he certainly didn't, Kevin, and that's a credit to Michael Jordan. I think Starks didn't expect Jordan to be as sharp as he was. He's going to have to turn it up defensively if he's going to disrupt MJ.
Really amp it up. You're right. Now, here's Jordan. 14 points for him. Starks having a rough go against Jordan so far.
One thing that hasn't suffered with Jordan since his leave of absence is efficiency from the free throw line. He enters this game having only missed 5 of about 30 total attempts. That's pretty good.
Jordan's free throw shooting has always been a hallmark of his game, averaging around 84% on shots from the stripe. That muscle memory clearly serving him well.
Here's Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, the defense has the right idea there, but Jordan has the skills to overcome the contact.
Starks kicks to Bonner. His first shot coming late. No good on the shot. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Kukoc for 3. Rebound by Williams.
Well, not the most reliable from long distance. They practically dared him to shoot that one.
Here's Jordan. Sinks that one from the post. Jordan's got 20.
Lighting it up, Michael on one tonight.
Knicks trail by 21. What a game so far for Michael Jordan, coach. He's playing very assertively on offense.
And Patrick Ewing has not been able to do much about it. His own numbers just don't even come close to Jordan so far.
Pretty surprising.
It makes you feel a little nostalgic to see Michael Jordan back in New York, a place where he's been a part of some heated and iconic games against the Knicks.
Ewing's checked in for Smith. Clark, this is Jordan's 5th game back with the Bulls, but it still feels like he's in the middle of his return.
Kevin, I agree with you. The return tour, not quite over yet, but seeing him here on the Knicks home turf again, it's almost like he never left.
Yeah, thank goodness he is back.
Yes.
Now, here's Harper. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Floats one. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
Nice work, and they are getting it done at both ends.
And building on this lead. They're playing a pretty complete game.
You know, looking at this Knicks team, this is the first time they've really been at full strength this season. Injuries really took its toll on them.
Now, here is Starks. Clock at 6. Williams, a screen on Jordan. Here's Starks. Chicago grabs the miss.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Kukoc can't get it to go.
That's one that almost always goes down.
Yep, as you said, almost. This is the rare miss from there.
Starks the pass to Harper. Back to Starks. Ewing, a screen on Jordan. And it's blocked. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. A different look for New York. Charles Oakley, he's checked in for Williams. Davis comes in for Bonner. And Anthony subbed in for Harper. Coach, now that injuries are hopefully behind them, is it smooth sailing for these Knicks?
Well, now they have to get used to these new lineups fast because the postseason is not a place to be figuring things out. So hopefully they click in the next few games.
They're going to have to. Here is Davis. The Bulls getting the bucket. Here's Ewing, and that one goes long. Here's Chicago. They're on a 15-4 run right now. And now let's check in with David Aldridge. David, what do you have?
Thanks, Kevin. Now, since Jordan's big return, Chicago is just 2-2. From what I'm overhearing in the huddle, they think this could be a big night. Guys?
Wouldn't that be something, David? Thanks for that. Mike, sounds like the Bulls have a lot of good energy right now.
A win here would certainly be a statement. It would also help show people that MJ is back.
Yeah.
And that these Bulls mean business.
Big time, you're right. Shot clock at 3. Here's Starks.
Just phenomenal defense from MJ. Staying active and alert, making an impact on this end.
Here's Purdue. Off target from three-point range. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Anthony looking it over. And the pass to Starks. Anthony with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now the feed to Oakley. And Charles Oakley out there with the slam.
I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of an Oakley screen. Those things are forceful.
Chicago calls timeout.
Start it.
Here's Armstrong. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
He was doing whatever he wanted to out there. I love how he closed out this quarter.
The D looking helpless to stop him. He's running all over them.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. Welcome back to the second half of tonight's game. It's springtime in New York as the Knicks are hosting the Bulls. Welcome back, everyone, to New York with the Knicks taking on a head-to-head battle with the Chicago Bulls. It's been another memorable Knicks home game so far. New York with the ball.
How great is it to see Michael Jordan back in his Bulls uniform? I mean, this is a team he's led to some incredible highs. And you can already see guys feeding off his energy, his talent, and his competitive spirit.
They've got Derek Harper. Ewing is out there with Oakley. Then it's Bonner. And it's Starks in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Brad Nelson.
Good defense. Does not matter. Jordan's unaffected.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
Taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the D and made them pay.
And since his return to Chicago, Jordan has remarked, Mike, that he sees this as Pippen's team now. What do you think?
And that speaks to the respect Jordan has for Pippen. Scotty did a great job leading this team while Michael was away, but I know everyone is glad to have him back.
Including you and I.
Yes, indeed.
Now, here's Harper. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's Ewing that time on the assist by Starks.
Known mostly for his scoring and perimeter defense, but you can't overlook the playmaking capability of Starks.
Well, Clark, it seems so far in this game, Jordan has been able to outwork. Starks' defensive efforts.
Yeah, I agree with you there. He seems to be just one step ahead, really sharp. Starks might end up regretting making it known that he thought he could tie up MJ.
He'll challenge him the whole way, you know that.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
2 points, that one goes. Starks has got his first basket.
Smooth shot out of Starks. Such a clean-looking jumper.
Pass to Jordan. A beautiful reverse layup. 30 points for Jordan.
Beautiful reverse, using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done. They're not willing to give the ball handlers any breathing room, closing down that airspace.
And that's what full court man-to-man is all about. All pressure, all the time.
Let's hear from David Aldridge. David, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. With his performance tonight, Michael Jordan is on track to break a record, his own. MJ currently holds the record for most points scored by an opponent against the Knicks in New York. And that's 50 points, which he racked up way back in 1986. So this could be another historic night for Jordan in Gotham. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, Mike, wouldn't that be something if Jordan can pull it off?
And the funny thing is, this makes it hard not to root for him a little. Because it would be special to get to see him pull it off.
That'd be a lot of fun. Bulls seem to be doing everything, Mike, they can to silence this New York crowd.
Yeah, if these fans are bothering them, they're doing a great job hiding it. And nothing shuts up a crowd like the opposing team having control of the game.
And they've got control right now. Harper kicks to Starks, and stolen by Jordan. Fast break, here comes Chicago. Harper with the steal. Passes it to Bonner, and here's Starks. Pass to Ewing. Over Purdue. And then Ewing with the jam.
Here comes Ewing to do what he does best, cleaning up the glass and making sure they convert.
Chicago calls timeout. For the Knicks, Smith checked in for Oakland. Davis is subbed in for John Starks. The Bulls also changing it up. Longley comes in for Tony Kukoc. And Kerr is subbed in for B.J. Armstrong.
These are two teams we've seen clash many times, including when the Knicks defeated the Bulls in last year's playoffs. A fiercely competitive series.
The pass to Davis. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on Michael Jordan. Last season, the Knicks were able to overcome Chicago in the playoffs, Clark, and this year could be a lot different with Michael Jordan back.
Well, I understand the sentiment. We'll just have to wait and see on that one, though. But really, every time they meet, these two teams bring playoff intensity, and that's what makes it the rivalry that it is.
What a great rivalry indeed. Now, here is Jordan. He's got 34, and the foul called on Michael Jordan. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Team foul.
And it's Michael Jordan, coach, who has looked firmly in control in the back half of this game.
Meanwhile, Ewing has kind of been diminished out there. Not much of a contest right now between these two stars. You know, I gotta say, Michael Jordan has looked good since making his return to the league. Generally speaking, we just weren't really sure what we could expect from him.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. The three, Pippen. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist.
3 points.
Jordan's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And it's the Knicks with the ball. You know, Clark, Jordan has had to get back up to speed since returning to the NBA.
No doubt about it. Only 7 for 28 from the floor in his first game back. Clearly some rust there, and it ended up being a loss, but he's bounced back and is looking more and more like the MJ we remember now.
Well said. Gets it to go. That one good from Purdue.
Jordan's willing to give up the ball, but you better make the shot, or you may hear from him.
And stolen by Jordan. Pass to Longley. Lets it go with a 3. No good. Shot missing. So New York will take it the other way. Harper the pass to Anthony. Now Ewing. Harper up top. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, they looked okay with him taking that shot from mid-range, and he didn't do anything to change their mind.
Cans it from downtown.
Well, they have been raining threes here in the second half.
And when a team is locked in like this from outside, they become hard to beat.
To the right side. The tray. Jordan's shot is off. Outside Anthony. The 3 from Davis. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome, everyone, for the fourth quarter here in New York. It's been a great game here today so far with the Knicks going up against the Bulls. With all eyes on the returning Michael Jordan.
As we get into the home stretch here, the question of whether or not Jordan has his legs back is a little more important.
On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Purdue is out there with Pippen, and it's Michael Jordan. Then it's Longley, and it's Kerr, and at the point, here's Anthony, following the basket by Michael Jordan. Anthony, the pass to Davis. Smith in the posts, working on Purdue. And it's Smith missing. But Clark, in a competitive game, Jordan might just have to tough it out on the floor.
You know, some guys think the only way to get in real basketball shape is to play the games, and I'm in that camp. And certainly if that's true, then Jordan probably wants to get as much action as he can since he's looking to get playoff ready.
And I know he cannot wait. Jordan can't get it to go. Coach, you know, the Bulls really did a solid job chasing Starks off the perimeter in this game.
Terrific defensive pressure to limit his output from range. Chicago knew that was part of Starks' game that they wanted to target, and they managed to shut it down effectively.
You bet they did. Oakley, he's checked in for New York. Williams looking over the floor. New York moving it around. Anthony. New York, no good that time either.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Jordan is double. And that one's good by Pippen.
Again and again, round and round we go. This guy is knocking down those triples.
Beyond the points, he also provides spacing to this offense.
Davis finds Anthony. Tipped away. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Clark, you look back at the course of this game. Starks has not been able to impact Michael Jordan's game as much, I think, as he would have liked.
Hey, it's pretty elementary. Trying to defend and stop Jordan and keep him from being effective is a hard thing to do, even if Jordan is a little off his game and maybe rusty. MJ's been able to tough it out no matter what kind of defense Starks has provided.
What a testament to Jordan's talent. 4 on the clock. And here's Anthony from the arc. And he recovers it. Chicago with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This New York crowd has been quieted down. Jordan single-handedly responsible for that.
And it's Chicago scoring again.
An effective score from the in-between area of the court. Jordan doing his thing.
Clark, their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yes, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, they've made some outstanding plays, but way too many turnovers as well.
Coach, the Knicks' legendary home court advantage not seeming like such a factor right now.
No, it is not. The Bulls have shaken off the boos and jeers, and now they're looking to send these fans home.
We all know the scoring record for this building, and Jordan is flirting with it right now.
Catching the defense off guard, that time with the pull-up. Jordan too good off the dribble.
Kerr against Anthony. Pass to Davis. To halt the run. No good that time. Jordan with some nice D. And they double up Jordan over Davis. Jordan has now scored his jersey number. 45 points for the veteran Michael Jordan. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Knicks. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
He kicks to Davis. Takes the three. Michael Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. One more basket and Jordan ties the record in this arena. He's got 48.
In this fourth quarter, they have excelled from deep.
And obviously getting hot from deep. Couldn't come at a better time.
1:36 left in the fourth. Now Anthony outside Davis. 18 feet out. That doesn't go either for Davis.
They can't expect him to miss that shot consistently.
Kerr, the pass to Jordan. Over Davis. He's tied his record here in New York. 50 for Michael Jordan in just his 5th game back. Mike, they've had no answers for how to slow this team down.
Their offense hasn't been great either. It's been brutal for them.
Anthony, the pass to Davis. Back to Anthony. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
He gets the space he needs and uses it to make good on the jump shot.
Here's Jordan. Jordan breaking his own record and setting a new one here in the Big Apple.
This run, it's a haymaker, a knockout punch.
I think this run has sealed the game. Guys, where are we going to dinner?
Fader on the way. The record continues to climb for Michael Jordan.
That's a heads-up play by Kerr, finding the open man and getting him the ball on time and on target. Well done.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's Davis missing.
You know, you got a feel for him. He just cannot seem to buy a bucket here.
Yeah, but he has to stop shooting. He's really hurting his team.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Jordan's got a lot of flash to his game. A terrific guard, loves getting tricky with his ball handling and creating shots for himself.
Davis dishes to Anthony. Back to Davis for 3. And so, Mike, the Bulls come out a winner here tonight. A big victory for them against the Knicks.
And a triumphant return to New York City for Michael Jordan. Just a regular season contest, but having MJ back in the building certainly made this one feel special.
Clark, do you think this registers as an especially tough loss for the Knicks?
No question about it, Kevin. Always hard to lose a game at home, but you got to put it behind you. I know they're thinking ahead, and they'll look to handle business next time out.
Yeah, they think they're going to rebound, I'm sure. For our terrific reporter, David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thank you for tuning in tonight. So long, everyone.
PlayStation